everybody. Welcome to Missouri Star Live. It is December 1st, and I am here with Jenny.
It is December 1st.
Yes, which is a very exciting day.
It is a very exciting day because it's the first day for the people who got my Jenny's Favorite Thing box. Yes. They get to open present number 1.
Yes, absolutely. And it's so fun. And we've got a really fun project to go along with that present.
We do.
Which we will get to, but we want to make sure that you know that our friend Keenan from Let's Make Art is behind the camera.
He's filming us.
He might be chiming in from time to time.
I might have to yell.
But we're glad to have him here. And we're super excited about this project. So do you want to talk a little bit about it?
Well, I do. First of all, what you got in your project today, part of it was 2 zippers like this. Now these are zippers that are awesome because they don't have to be set in. They are designed to be laid on the outside of your fabric. So there's no more setting in. And they're so cute. This one has hearts, this one has stars, and these are the 2 that you got in your box. But wait, there's more.
There is more.
There's lots more colors, lots and lots more colors, and you can buy them individually like this.
Yep, or in a pack
or you
of
can
12.
buy them in a pack of 12.
And these are 14-inch zippers, right?
14-inch zippers. And they have a wonderful head on them. It locks, you know, like on a pair of pants, you know, if your zipper won't just slide down on a pair of pants because it has like a little bit of a lock. And so these have that kind of lock. They're a heavier duty zipper, I think you'll find, than most of the nylon 4-inch zippers. And I dearly love all the designs. I just think they're so cute. We have the Missouri Star on several, a flower, this little eyelet pattern here, some hearts. I'm hoping we can come out with our little duck.
Oh, that would be cute.
Wouldn't that
be
so cute? Yeah.
Along the zipper.
So the thing we're doing for today, the project.
Yes, that's
I couldn't think of it. The thing. The project we're doing for today is these little pouches like this. And so these are the little pouches. We've used the zipper here, and you will be so surprised at how easy this is. Look how cute.
The little lining fabric.
Halloween fabric with a little bit of kitties in there, and this one is tulip pink
stripe
with the cute stripe.
Oh,
and
the hearts.
I know.
Just
so cute. All right, so the other one I have to show here is this one right here, which is done in a Christmas fabric and the red heart zipper. And we boxed the bottom of this. So we boxed these corners. And I'm just going to show you how easy this is to do. You guys are just going to absolutely be amazed.
Well, and I love this because it's a great last minute gift idea.
Super great. And actually it's a great little gift idea for you to put something else in.
Right, exactly.
You know, so I mean, you could fill it with candy, you could fill it with anything.
All your friends' favorite things. Put little treasures in there.
You know, whatever.
Money, that's right.
Also, you can make this any size you want. So the only thing, it can't be wider than 14 inches.
Okay.
Because
that's how wide your zipper is.
This is how we made the pouch, and this is how wide the zipper is. And so it needs to be under 14 inches, but it could literally be as long as you wanted it to be, just not wider than 14. So I have 2 pieces of fabric here that are cut out, and one is this darling dot, and one is this, what is this one, the gnomes?
Gnomes, yeah.
Isn't that so cute?
I can't remember, is it like there's no place like gnome or something like that?
Or gnome for the holidays.
Gnome for the holidays, something.
I don't know.
Something gnomes.
It all works, it all works. Anyway, it's 9 by 18.
Okay.
And that's just a random piece that I picked, and it'll make a pouch that is about that size.
About the size we showed.
Yeah. So you're going to put those 2 pieces of fabric right sides together like this, and we're just going to sew the ends closed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down my presser foot here, and I'm just going to sew this end closed like this. And then we're going to sew the other end closed like this. And see, these aren't lining up exactly, and I'm not dying over that because I'm just making sure that I'm coming in and sewing it closed. All right, so now we've sewn our ends closed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to flip this right side out like this.
Okay.
So turn the whole thing right side out. And I'm going to iron these flat. You can finger press them if you want, or, you know, do it with the iron. And then we're just going to fold these like this so that they meet together with no pleats in them. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and press this so it lays nice and flat.
I don't know if we mentioned, but this is where you sew every day.
It is. This is my studio, and I love to film in my studio because it is where I sew every day. So I'm really most comfortable here. Now I am I create in chaos.
That's true.
So this is very tidy for me, even though I still have my piles of stuff around and my piles of stuff back here, and my dusting bottle I forgot to move, you know. Okay. But you know, I mean, it's just. It is where I create, and I do create. I'm a messy creator, that's for sure.
But it's a beautiful space, and Natalie and I are just across the room.
Right over there.
We all sew in here.
We can holler to each other.
That's right.
Holla!
Holla! And then I'm just going to open up this zipper and take it out of the package.
Perfect.
All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this beautiful zipper here, and this is a red one with hearts, and I chose it because it matches.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm a matcher. So what I'm going to do is you want to make sure right here that you don't, you sew on this side of this. Now when you have a nylon zipper, you can cut it any length that you want, but these little staples here help it so that your zipper head doesn't go off, which matters if you're using the whole thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put mine on here, and mine's going to stick over about an inch. And so because of that, I'm going to know that this side, when I go to attach it, it is also going to have to stick over about an inch. So you want those to be the same, but they're going to be unzipped.
Okay.
So you're going to have to watch it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this on here just right, and we are going to put a zigzag on our machine. Now the fun thing about this zipper is that you do want to zigzag over it.
Okay.
To kind of catch as much of it you can, and as long as you use matching thread, you will never see those stitches.
It just kind of disappears.
It just kind of disappears.
That's nice. I was going to ask,
There's
did
no
you
setting
try
in?
and you like the zigzag better than the straight stitch?
Well, if you straight stitch like along here or here, you know, this edge could curl up.
Okay, that makes
and
sense.
we want to see this cute pattern.
Right.
I mean, that's part of the
zigzag
appeal
holds it down.
of the zipper. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So the zigzag kind of holds it down. So I'm just going to lay this under here, and I'm going to find a zigzag. Oh, let me just grab a little piece of. No, I don't have one.
We lost all our scraps.
I've lost all my scraps. Anyway, when you do your zigzag, you want to look at your zigzag to make sure that it's wide enough to go across and catch over the edges of that zipper. So that means I'm going to widen my zigzag to about 4.5, and then I'm going to lengthen it a little bit. And so you probably want a piece of fabric so that you can sew. Let's see if I have a little strip right here.
Oh, there we go.
Let me just use this one right here.
Perfect.
And I'm just going to sew on here and see what it looks like. And so, now see, that's a nice wide zigzag. So I think that'll be perfect. So you just want to check that out first.
Can you show us that, Jenny?
Sure, sure. So
Thank
it's
you.
right there. And so that's just a nice wide zigzag. And I think that it will, you know, hide well and that sort of thing. So what I'm doing is I'm laying this on this edge. So this edge of this is going to come right up to the middle but not past it. And so I just, you know, my edge is already sewn under.
So are you using the gnomes for the right side?
I am.
That's the outside.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever side you sew the zipper on, that's the outside of your pouch. And so what we're going to do is we are going to lay this on here, and we're just going to put our foot down, and you're going to zigzag this. Now, you may want to use a zipper foot, but I am not using a zipper foot. And I am just going to unzip this, and you let the edge of my zipper foot, the edge of my foot ride right along the edge of the zipper. All right, so now let me show you this. So see how this is held down, and you really cannot.
Yeah, it just totally disappears.
Yeah.
You can still see those little hearts.
Right. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this around, and we are going to sew this on the top of this other side. But we want to make sure, again, that it matches up. You know, that our zippers are going to be, it's like a little puzzle here.
Angly challenged, right?
Yeah. So right here, this one, see, I've got it actually only about 1/4 inch beyond that staple. So I'm going to lay this one 1/4 inch beyond that staple. And I'm going to put that on here. Now you can pin this on here if you want, and that would be just fine. I'm just going to do it with my foot and just start sewing. And so you want to make sure that the rest of this isn't under where you're sewing. And we are just going to sew along here like this.
I love that zigzag stitch.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
Well, it's easy, it catches everything, and it makes the zipper lay nice and flat.
And it goes so fast, because sometimes a zipper can be a real challenge, but this is such an easy way.
Especially if you have to set it in.
Exactly.
And so this is on top. I mean, it's just perfect. All right, so now what we're gonna do is, you can see we have these two zippers. We're gonna zip it, make sure that it works, and it does. And so we're gonna leave this open, because if I forget to leave that open, it could be a problem. So now you get to decide where your zipper is gonna end up. So that means you can pull it like this, and the zipper will be down a little bit this way. You can make it so it's right in the middle. You can make it right up at the top, wherever you want your zipper, and it's so darling that you want it to show.
It's so cute.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this down about, I'm going to say a couple of inches. I kind of want to show this like this.
We need these little gnomes peeking out the top.
We do. We need them peeking out the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip this over, and I'm going to turn it the other way.
Okay.
So I'm just going to remember that my zipper right here it's just down about that much.
Okay.
You know. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open this up a little bit more. And then I'm going to come over here, and I'm just going to sew this closed, and I'm going to sew this closed. And when I'm done sewing those closed, I'm going to cut this off.
All right.
And so when I get to this part where the zipper is right here, I'm going to back and forth over that a little bit, and that will finish up my pouch. And that's how easy this pouch is. 2 seams on the end, 2 seams on the side, so quick. And oh, I'm still in a zigzag. Let's go back to our straight.
Switch back to a straight.
And I'm gonna back stitch right here. So right here, I've gone over the zipper, and because it's, I mean, people think, you know, but it just, they're so easy because they're nylon.
Yeah,
so
I was
just
gonna
go
say,
back
the
and
nylon
forth.
zippers are usually pretty easy to sew over.
Make sure you've caught all your fabric. So I actually stitched pretty close to the edge on here, and I'm actually going to take a whole nother stitch in, because maybe instead of maybe a quarter, I had my quilting braid on. I need to put my pouch sewing in gear. So maybe like a little more than a 1/4 inch, because I'm pretty sure it caught the whole thing, but we would hate for it not to.
That's true.
All right, so now this side over here, we're going to make sure these are lined up nice and tight, and this top piece here is the same distance. And so I'm going to look at this, and I'm going to make sure that these are together. Make sure that there's no folds in my fabric, and we're just going to sew down this other side. Oh, and I pressed the wrong button here. There we go. And now make sure your zipper stays together, and then sew across and back up and back, go forward. So just like that, your little pouch is done.
And it's so fast.
So fast. So now I'm going to trim off this zipper parts right here, and make sure my scissors don't hit those little staples. And wait for it. I'm poking out the corners first. Going to poke out the bottom like this.
What?
Oh, it's
I know.
so
How cute is this? There we go. So here's our cute little pouch
with the Christmas gnomes.
with the Christmas gnomes.
It's adorable.
Adorable.
Isn't that so cute?
Yes.
I mean, it's just quick and cute and so fast, and you can make them any size. And don't
Love
be
that.
afraid to cut those zippers. Now, how do you box the corners, you say? Well, let me show you.
Let's show you.
All right, this is really easy. Boxing corners, for a lot of people, it's like, wait, that's all it is?
Yeah.
So basically, here's your corners right here, and we're just going to lay this so the seam falls in the center, like this. And then we're just going to sew straight across here, like this.
Do you measure up, or you don't? You just guess.
Well, because I know that, so however far in you sew, that's how wide it's going to be.
Okay.
And so I know with a pouch like this, you don't want it any wider than this.
Yeah.
Now you could.
I guess
You could
so.
seriously take it in, and it could be a big square.
Which would be really cute too.
It would be really cute. But I'm just doing some quick little
So just about an inch up. or
bottom
so.
boxing. Yeah, I generally do about 1 inch or 1.5 inches.
Okay.
This seems like a project you could just pump out a bunch of.
Oh,
and do
you
different
could.
styles
Totally.
every time.
Absolutely. Well, and that's what makes it such a great gift item, because you can really customize it to whoever you're giving it
Right.
to.
Yeah.
Like their favorite
color,
their-
exactly.
All right, so now, see here, I've sewn across the top of this. When you put it in, it has squared off the bottom.
I love that.
And so then your bottom is boxed, and you can really easily, I mean, it can stand up. You know, you could put a little, you know, whatever you want to in there.
Knickknacks.
Now, the other thing to talk about with this is that if I put a piece of batting in here,
Yes.
you could have a quilted bag. If I put a piece of inner foam in here, you could have a bag that was really stiff. If I put a piece of iron-on vinyl in here, it could be a cosmetic bag that would be,
true.
you could completely wipe it off with water.
a
So
great
there's
idea.
lots of different things you can do. And I think the fact that we can just lay this zipper on and sew right on the top is just such a win-win.
It's certainly a win-win for me, because I am not a huge zipper fan. I can do them. I've done plenty, but I just love this idea.
It just makes it a piece of cake.
Exactly.
Because you're just literally, you're laying it on the top
And
and
it's
just
so
sewing down.
cute. It looks
you know, when I
adorable.
learned to sew zippers, we had to center them up. We sewed a seam closed, centered it up on the seam, and then sewed the zipper on blindly, and then opened up the front of the seam and hoped it was in the right
I've
place.
seen that done that way.
And I was just like, no.
Why? Why are we doing this?
Yeah. I changed the way I did that very quickly.
Yeah.
And that was for clothing sewing, you know. And so to be able to do this where it's just, you know, so quick and easy and sewing on top, I love this idea.
Well, this is so fun, Jenny. Thank you so much for sharing it. I love it. I love these zippers, and it's such a fun way to kick off your Christmas box.
Right. It's the
Yes.
first day of the Christmas box. And everybody, you don't have to get the box to
Exactly.
get the zippers.
To get
you
the
can
zippers.
all get the zippers.
That's exactly right. And,
And,
there even is a digital pattern for this little
There is a little digital
zipper
pattern
pouch.
for that, yeah.
So-
And so, and remember, any size you want, any way you want, we're good to go.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you, and you guys have a fabulous week. We will see you next time.
See you later.